When was the first time you recall hearing metal music yourself?
Oh, that was when I was very small, like newborn baby, because my father played metal music only. My mother also liked it, of course, but my father was more, collecting the things. Also, my older brother, actually, his favorite band was Iron Maiden, and he taught me everything.
How did you become a vocalist?
Well, my mom actually mostly sang. My father also loved music. He wanted to be a bass player in a metal band, like a rock star. I mean, he told me actually later in life that that was his biggest dream. But I know back in the days, maybe his generation, like it thought it was pretty hard, or that's when metal first was introduced when he was teenager. So, I was lucky enough, on the other hand, to be able to actually think about being a singer as a career. Mostly I was inspired by ABBA. When I realized they were Swedish, I thought, well, if they can be a singing, I can also. But yeah, my mom was a singer, and my grandmother was a singer, and my grandfather a jazz guitar player. So it was already like in the family, and my mom always sang, and we sang together, and then my sister also, and so we were just like basically very fond of music and sang every day. Since my mom said I was singing before I talked, and I don't know if that's true, but so yes, I started very early. Yes.
Who are your biggest role models in music industry?
Oh, but actually, Madonna is a very big role model because she's been, unlike some other pop artists, very independent, creating all the stuff herself. At least that's what we know. Okay. And also Cher. I liked her because I especially liked her the rock songs she released, like Bang Bang, You Shut Me Down, and I thought she was awesome, like theatrical and very badass.
When you started singing, did you take any influence from other musicians, or did you find your own style and voice from the beginning?
That's a very good question, actually. I got to hear a lot. I had a unique voice, and that I should not take too many singing lessons because it's very easy you lose your ID if you do that, because someone else maybe say you should sing like this and this. But I anyways took singing lessons because I wanted to develop, and I also went to a music school where it was part of the education to have vocal classes, so I could at least learn to sing, for example, opera and manage other kind of styles. And I learned the techniques like belting, twang, all these, the theory behind singing. So that was, I think, very good.
How long did it take for you to learn the right technique for the singing?
Oh, but that was actually after puberty. I guess I was around... How old are you actually when you go through? Maybe 17 or something. Because I remember I got a lot of those, voice cracks, and I also had to take off the tonsils, I think they're called, when you're sick a lot and you have that also kind of made me feel I was struggling a little bit to find my to feel confident 100%.
Do you have any warm-up routines before going on stage? Has that changed over the years?
I mean, in the beginning of when I was still practicing, since it's a muscle, and everybody knows that who tried to sing, and it was very important to warm up to kind of in the beginning, and I did that when I first started to work professionally, every day singing a lot, and I was 20 years old, and then I was still doing what I learned from school, but then after singing every day, I figured that I'm kind of always warmed up. so I then instead started to prioritize resting and recovering. And nowadays, I actually do like to do a little bit of the like so like those quiet warm-ups, like the before hitting the stage.
Are there some drinks or foods you try to avoid before the shows?
Oh yes, actually chocolate, because that makes me a little bit slimy. I also stopped drinking läsk, which is in English soda. Soda, yes. Everything sparkling, I don't drink anymore because it can give you a little bit of the feeling of that you need to burp, and that's not so nice, I think, when before going on stage. And also, I prefer water, or coffee actually. Some people say it's drying you out, and might be true, but I love it so much that I feel it's. Well, I will probably never stop drinking coffee.
Which Amaranthe albums have been the most important to you? Can you mention some?
Well, I mean, the first one went very well, but then I think the second one was very important to us because that kind of showed that, yes, we are here to stay, we have skills, and it was not just like a one-hit wonder kind of thing. So the second album meant a lot. And then, of course, the third album made us break over in the United States. So without Drop Dead Cynical, we probably wouldn't be as big.
How about the upcoming album Catalyst?
Mm-hmm.
Do you have a favorite track, something you are especially proud of?
Oh, that's interesting. It's always really hard to answer, like early in the stage of. It's still very fresh, but it's funny because when I look back on the old albums, I have favorites, but I couldn't recall them being favorites back then. But I mean, I have a good feeling about this album, and I'm pretty sure I will like all of the tracks also in the future. But I look forward to the next single actually, which is going to be released. That's going to be very catchy and I think very unique. Yes.
If you weren't a musician, what would you be?
Oh, I would have loved to at least try acting or be an actress. That would have been something I would enjoy a lot. Otherwise, maybe doing something like something interesting, maybe chemist or or mathematic or an investigator.
What kind of hopes and dreams do you have for the future when it comes to music?
Oh, I actually think a lot about the future for some reason. I guess because we're like kind of, we've done this for a long time and we're still growing, and then you see those really big bands. Some of them are on the way to stop touring, so I am hoping for new bands to come along so that we can kind of continue this business to grow. That's what I'm hoping for. More new bands, please come. We need you.
Anything you would like to say to a young metal vocalist just starting their journey?
Yeah, I think you should listen your inner desires and let them lead the way, and don't doubt. Keep fighting and just do it. And you need to have fun, of course.